century. I wrote my first book in the 20th century, a long time ago, along with the University of Alberta Press, and wasn't at that time to Travel Alberta. So what's changed from that book to this book? That's the interesting part for me. Well, I'm sorry folks, just about everything has changed. Just about everything. First of all, we have changed. We already talked about that, looking around the room. We have changed. Marketing has changed. The Canadian population average age is 40. As a nation, you're 40 years old. The average buying age, consumer spending age, is 47. Now, when most of us in this room, not all, but most of us in this room, were youngins in the 60s, 70s, the average age of Canada was about 27 years old. A lot younger because of the baby boom just coming up. And it's going to get older. Now, as far as I can find out from the University of Manchester in England, which is the only university that's actually done any study on this, we are about the same age as Victorian England. For different reasons. Victorian England bundled up all their young'uns, put them in a uniform and sent them off to India to maintain the empire and every place else. Okay. Now think of Victorian England. Think of the, not repression, but they weren't exactly the most sexually liberated group. And if you believe that, I've got a couple of books for you to read, because in fact there was a lot more going on behind the scenes than you could imagine. And they were a little bit more grumpy, and a little bit more reticent against change, a little more conservative. I'm not talking about parties here. And this is where we're finding ourselves at an age right now. Your average marketplace age is about 47 and up, and it's getting older for the next little while. Unless you're going to go out and have thousands of children. You're not going to change that. You are the youngest of all the G8 countries, but you are the oldest of all the Americas. The United States is younger than you are for only one reason. We've had an immigration tsunami up from Mexico. And our Mexican friends love to have large families and are continuing to do so in the United States. So we're about the same age as Victorian England, a little conservative, a little grumpy, a little frustrated. I noticed this in the audiences as I've spoke over the years, that they've become a little more reticent to change than in the past. In the 20th century, marketing pushed brand onto consumers. It was basically, my time, I'll advertise to you when I want to. I've done some research. I know when you're watching the TV. I know when you're reading the magazine. I'm going to do it to you, but on my time, and I'm going to tell you my story. And there's going to be research done. I'm going to ask you some questions. But basically, it's going to be my time. The old linear purchase model was this. I'd advertise, I'd promote, go down and do some of the sports shows. I'd make sure that my brochure was out at all the travel agencies and all the distribution points, visitors bureaus, if I possibly can. By the way, I had a look at your destination guide. It is absolutely excellent. Congratulations. And then, hopefully I'll get a sale. It isn't happening anymore, folks. It's a nice little purchase model. Right now, people are just snacking on just about anything. So we've got social media. They know they want to get away. And by the way, it's still the lady that usually makes that decision and pushes it in the household, even though she's working as well. They'll go to consumer-generated reviews. How do other people think about this place or don't think about it? There are many platforms they'll find their information, whether it's Travelocity. And, take last night, for instance. I needed to book a hotel in Winnipeg for tonight, because I'm flying out back down to do a talk in Portland tomorrow night. so I went on Travelocity to see if I could find a good hotel, because you're going to pay for it. So I got a reasonably good price. Did I buy it on Travelocity? No. I went on Comfort Inn website and I bought it there. Because quite often we will go to the aggregators first, but then we will go back to the brand website because we trust it more. Secondly, if the price is about the same, we'll go with the brand website. We take it on our cell phones. We will book our travel on our cell phones. We will book our travel through our laptops. There's all kinds of different ways we will do it. In the 21st century, are you kind of trying to fix my sound? Don't worry about it. I think can everybody hear me?
Yep.
All right, we're fine.
All right.
Thank you. But it was great. In the 21st century, marketing pulls consumers into the ground. We changed from a push marketplace to a reverse marketplace where we pull people into our little web. And we have different communities. We don't talk about demographics anymore. Demographics are dead. People still use them, but basically they're dead. Anybody got any ideas as to why they're dead? I didn't either. They are irrelevant. Yeah, they're totally, you know, demographics used to be pretty good because you could go to a zip code or postal code and you could say, all right, these are a homogeneous group of people that live in this radius around here. They all pretty well earn the same income because they've spent the same amount of money on their house, and they're basically the same kind of ethnicity. They're basically this, they're basically that. You can't do it. In one block today, anywhere, you've got people working from their homes. You've got people of all ethnicities, hard word to say. You've got people making dual income families, tri-income families, people just solo income families. It just doesn't work anymore. So now we talk more about communities that may be thousands of miles apart. Today, you are a community. Tomorrow you won't be. Communities might be only 24 hours in duration, but they're there. And we talk about communities, we don't talk about copy, we talk about conversations and having conversations with the various communities.